today I would love to share with you sort of the ways I get the colors that are that are happening right now. And you see magazines, and you see people on the street, and some of the most outrageous colors. But you know, really, the way that I have found to do it for myself is just experiment. And I think more than anything, it's all about the preparation. You have to kind of set your little area up so that you can just kind of play after that, and everything's right there for you. So what I've done is I've taken a long weft of blonde, a couple different colors of blonde, and I've cut them in smaller sections, and then I tape them on white paper. And what that does for me then, after I've initially painted the color onto the wefts and experimented with my colors, I will put at the bottom of the weft on the paper what the combinations were that I used. And you can even get really exact if you want. I tend to just judge by my eye. So one of the colors I've really loved lately is that peacock green. I think it's really beautiful. So, and then sort of play off of that. So really, you can see I've got all different sizes of wefts, some with different colors in them, and it just gives you a chance to, that's kind of how people come in, really, is they all have a lot of colors in their hair. And when we bring hair up and decolorize it, very often we'll still have different shades of warmth in the hair. So let's start. And I have all different colored bottles. I am a Redkenite, so I'm using Redken bottles and brushes. So I'm going to put the indigo in this purple for this first time, and paint it right on so we can get an idea of what we're talking about here. What is that color? All right, so this is a really, really blonde weft. So it's going to show the trueness of the green. And because it's what I like to do is just get one side, really get a real clear picture of what this color is that we've got here. The other piece that's kind of happening right now is pastels, or again, that sort of board wash color. So I have been playing around with pinks. So we're just going to start out with clear. I think that's really kind of what I love right now, is that subtlety. And this is a great way to help that client take a risk, but not really, because it's just a piece and it's a lot less than, say, something that's really vibrant and in your face. So we've got clear. What color should we use with it? One of the probably strongest colors is your orchids, or purple. So let's go with purple and see what happens. Now this is what's really interesting. I know particularly this is a really strong purple. Even just a drop, let's see what happens. You can always add more. That's just a drop in there. So we just washed the swatches that we colored, and this is what they look like. So the first one that we did, we used that really beautiful terracotta green, and then we merged center wise, we started to blend that terracotta green with the blue, and then the blue more or less on its own with bringing more of the terracotta green in and sort of crisscrossing the colors. So kind of blurring the line of where one starts and the other begins. But that's what I call more like an oil slick. It just is so beautiful. Some of it is picked up in all areas. Each color you can see in different areas of the hair. So that's the terracotta and blue. This one was the one that we did, the coral. So we started out with a really light coral, then we started adding in our orange, and then we added magenta and just sort of blended the two colors with the magenta all the way through. This reminds me of like ice cream or something. Just so, I love these combinations, and whoever would have thought of putting coral and orange or pink and orange together, but we're doing that now. And then the third one we did, if you remember, that started out with clear, and then we just started adding that really drop, just a drop of purple, and look how we got our lavender. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place them in the hair strategically, and you'll see how they look against a nice, beautiful, dark background. What we did here is we had a darker mannequin, and we realized, boy, it wasn't showing up the way we wanted it to. So we just wanted to give you a sort of a good indication of what just that, this is the coral and orange. And it's a great way to sort of introduce color to your clients of what's on trend right now without this huge commitment. You could have several in the salon that you've done, pre-done with little clips on them, and if they love them, they'll buy them, believe me. And it's as easy as that. So that's our coral one. And here in the front, we put the green, peacock green and the blue right in through here. And what all it's about right now is just that idea of it. It makes them, it would make anybody that was a little afraid of like a whole head, just a splash of color, and it gives such a cool feeling to the hair. So that's the peacock green and blue. And over here we have the lavender just flowing through, and I love it. It's easy to do, you have fun doing it, and the end result has a real good wow factor for your clients. I hope that kind of got something going in you, your juices, your creative energy. I know it's always fun for me. Thank you.